Hello my loves, I hope you're all really well. Hope you guys are all having a lovely day so far. So today I thought it would be really nice to sit down and just have a big catch up. I have some pregnancy updates to share with you. Also wanted to do a kind of like second trimester recap and also answer some of your guys' questions as well. I actually filmed a first trimester recap Q&A kind of video, which I will link down below, and I'm planning on filming a third trimester recap as well. And guys, can you actually believe in that video I'm gonna have my little baby? So yeah, that's such a lovely thought, and I thought it would just be really nice to kind of do a recap at the end of every trimester. I know for me personally these videos have really helped. It's nice to kind of hear about other people's pregnancies, and it's really nice as well to feel like you can relate to someone and feel less alone in some of the symptoms that you may be having, because pregnancy can be a little bit lonely sometimes when and worrying as well actually, when you kind of get a new symptom, you're like, oh, is this normal? So yeah, I've made some notes over the course of my second trimester of some new symptoms I had and how I was feeling. So I've got those all written down. I'm going to try and make today's video quite detailed so it can hopefully help any of you. But yeah, guys, get cozy, get yourself your favourite drink, get some snacks, and I really hope you enjoyed today's video. So before we jump into today's video, I just wanted to say a huge thank you to Casetify for sponsoring this part of the video. So if you haven't heard of Casetify before, they sell the most amazing phone cases. They have so much to browse through, and Casetify are always working towards making their products more sustainable. They've actually just released new impact and ultra impact cases, which are made with plant-based and recycled materials. And the new impact and ultra impact cases can actually be dropped from up to 9.8 feet and your phone will stay protected. I've gone for a very neutral spring kind of vibe in my cases today. Oh, I want to show you this one first because this one is so cute. I got a few quote cases today. I absolutely love these, and I feel like it's nice to have something positive on your phone, like every time you look at your case. And you guys know I love a quote. So this one says, what a wonderful thought it is that some of the best days of our lives haven't even happened yet. I just love that quote. I feel like it's just a really happy, positive quote, and it's one of those, if you're having a bad day or you're feeling slightly negative, you read that and you're like, that's so true, like some of the best days of my life haven't even happened yet. So I picked up this one. I also picked up as well another quote case. This one says it's gonna be a good day. Thought that one was cute, and I love the kind of like speckled design on this one. Then I also just got the same speckled design as the quote one, but plain. Love a plain case as well. I just think they look really simple. And then I also personalised a case as well. Casetify have got this amazing feature where you can actually personalise your own phone case. You can add your name, or maybe you can buy it as a gift and add someone else's name. You can choose the text, you can choose the font, the colour, the placement of the font as well. And I think it's really nice to be able to personalise your case. So I got this kind of like creamy one, and just down the bottom it says GLM, so very subtle, but I love that it's personalised. Also, Casetify cases actually feature Defensify. Defensify, I always feel like I say that wrong. I'll pop it on screen. I think it's pronounced Defensify, but basically it's a coating which kills 99% of bacteria and stops it sticking to the surface of your phone case. So my loves, as always, I will leave a direct link to Casetify down below. Definitely have a browse. Like I said, they've got thousands of phone cases to choose from, and most importantly, they keep your phone super protected. Also, if you click on the link down below, you will get 15% off your order. So starting with a little second trimester recap, I am currently 28.5 weeks pregnant, so I'm a few weeks into my third trimester right now, and I have 11 weeks to go. Where is time going? I honestly, I know I keep saying it, but I just can't believe in 11 weeks our baby is going to be here. It's just, Oh, it's absolutely flown by. I would definitely say the past 3 weeks I feel my best that I have out of my entire pregnancy. I finally feel like I'm at that really amazing stage that you hear everyone talk about in pregnancy when they're like, you'll feel great soon, like you'll feel back to yourself, your hormones will calm down, you'll feel good. I feel like only just now I've really started feeling like that. So my second trimester, which is the end of week 12 or 13 all the way through until week 27, I would say just over the first half of my second trimester was very much like my first trimester. There was a part of me that was really hoping to wake up on the morning of my second trimester and just feel better, but unfortunately that didn't happen. I spoke about this in my first trimester video, but my first trimester was incredibly hard. I had all day sickness, all day every day. I was being sick multiple times a day. I couldn't barely eat anything. I couldn't even hold water down, and it was just a really hard time. But it's strange because you feel so full of happiness and you're so grateful that you're growing a baby, but at the same time you feel so poorly and like useless, and it's so frustrating. You've just got all of the emotions. So up until about I'd probably say week 20 in my second trimester, I still felt like I was in my first trimester. I was still feeling incredibly sick, being sick pretty much every day, zero energy, feeling just exhausted and just drained. I felt like the life had been sucked out of me and just generally feeling pretty unwell. But when I got to 20 weeks, it didn't disappear, it kind of just eased. Every week I would feel a little bit better and my really bad days would become less and less. So I'd maybe have like 3 days out of the week where I felt really bad, but then the other 4 were fine, and then it would kind of be just 1 day a week and it would very slowly ease. So new symptoms and body changes that happened in my second trimester. One of my favourite things, well, I've got 2 favourite things out of my whole second trimester. One of them being my bump really started to show around week 22 to 23. Before that I didn't really look pregnant, I just looked like I had a bit of a food baby going on. Like I felt very bloated, but it wasn't like a bump. But around week kind of like 22 to 20, around week 22 we'll say, it was like I woke up with a bump and I was like, wow. And baby really did pop at that time. And then around weeks 25 to 26 was when I started noticing that my clothes didn't fit anymore and I had to opt for more kind of like floaty things. Like I've been living in oversized shirts and floaty dresses. Now it's getting a little bit warmer. Luckily 99% of my wardrobe is oversized anyway, so I haven't really had to buy any maternity clothes. But something I would say is worth investing in is some maternity bras. Because for me, I'll speak a little bit more about this in a moment, but the past few weeks my back pain has been so bad. Like the bottom of my back is just like a constant ache, and I have noticed if I wear a maternity bra all day, when it gets to the evening my backache isn't as bad as if I wasn't to wear a bra. It's obviously to do with just like a bit of extra support on my front because I've got a lot of extra weight on my front. So yeah, I bought some really good maternity bras, and also they're not the most attractive thing to wear, but I bought some maternity vests and they really help. Again, I feel like it's just more support on my bump. They're from H&M and they're like a built-in maternity bra, so you can like unclip them. And yeah, the vest like goes obviously around your stomach. I just feel like it gives you that extra bit of support, and I have found the days I wear them I have less backache. Something else that happens in your second trimester, which is so exciting is you start to feel your baby move. Now, I was quite late in actually feeling baby move. I didn't start feeling any movement until about week, it was kind of like 19-20, and I feel like I wasn't aware it was movement at the time. The very early movement, like the first movement you'll feel, feels like bubbles. Like it feels like almost like a fizzy sensation in your belly. And you know, it could be wind. It could be like a little bit of it feels like a bit of a stomach rumble. But then as it sort of started to happen in a bit of a pattern, and then I started to feel really light kicks as well, which literally feel like someone's flicking you from the inside. It's so cute. Literally, it's the most magical feeling, like feeling your baby move inside of your belly. It's like, I feel like I'm gonna cry. Every time I talk about our baby, I actually feel like I'm just gonna sit here and cry. God knows what I'm gonna be like when I'm like looking at the baby just like, The movement at first was very light, but now, oh my goodness, at 28 weeks, see movement in my belly. Like I'll be looking at my belly and just be like this back or head or bum, like a part of the baby that's like just moving across my belly. It's actually amazing. And the kicks are like big now. You can see them like pop out of your belly. So they do get stronger and stronger. And as well, I've noticed that baby has a bit of a routine going on in there now, where he usually wakes me up around 6. He's like literally in there like, whoa, like he's having an absolute party in there in the mornings. And he's very, very active. And then I don't really feel him for a lot of the day. And then it gets to about 4 o'clock and he has another little party. And then in the evening when I'm laid in bed, he's just like moving the whole time. And at night time, he's mostly awake as well. But it's just the most magical feeling and comforting feeling. And I like to see it as like him being like, hi, I'm in here. Oh, it's just so cute. Oh, and sometimes as well, don't cry, I'll insert a little video that I got yesterday morning. If I like rub my hand across my belly, he'll kick my hand and I'm just like, oh my god. A few more symptoms that kind of like arrived in my second trimester. So going back to sickness, in my first trimester and half of my second trimester, I would just feel sick from the moment I woke up to the moment I went to bed, and usually after most meals, as soon as they hit my stomach, they would come back up. But like I said, kind of like from the middle of my second trimester when I started to feel a little bit better, my sickness got really weird. Like it got really weird, and I wouldn't feel sick anymore, which was amazing because there's nothing worse than just feeling sick all day. But I'd be sick at really random times and it would be so out the blue. I remember me and my mum went out for lunch and it was a delicious lunch. This was when my appetite was coming back. I was so excited to eat. Oh, it was so nice. And then we'd finished and I was just sat there and all of a sudden, like, my stomach just dropped and I was like, I'm gonna be sick. I had to run through the restaurant to the toilet and just be sick all of my dinner. And then I came back to the table and I was hungry again, obviously because I'd just been sick. So it was kind of strange, and like there wasn't really anything that triggered it. So that made me a little bit anxious because I never knew when I was gonna be sick. But that didn't last too long. That probably lasted about a month. But I was just so thankful to not feel sick anymore. Middle of my second trimester, so week 22 to about week 26. So this certain symptom went on for about a month, and it was probably my like least favorite part of pregnancy because it was really scary. So all of a sudden I started getting these heart palpitations and really shortness of breath, and a really just, oh my god, my heart was like so fast and I'd feel incredibly dizzy. And again, it would come out of nowhere. There's nothing that triggered it, so I couldn't even kind of like eliminate that thing I was doing to stop it happening. it would just be the case of I would get up one day and I'd feel my heart beating fast, and then the entire day I would just feel awful. And it was really worrying because I could be in the middle of doing something and all of a sudden my heart would start going fast. I'd lay down and I'd listen to my heart, and it was just getting faster and faster and faster and faster, and it almost felt like a panic attack, like the start of a panic attack where you just cannot control it. And that was really worrying because I was constantly worried that what if I was in the middle of driving and like I just fainted, or like I was out and about and fainted, or just fainted in general. Luckily I never fainted, but that was really scary. And it turns out that my iron was slightly low, and apparently this is very, very common in pregnancy. My midwife said, you know, you're pumping a hell of a lot more blood around your body when you're pregnant, and you're carrying extra weight. There's a lot of hormones going crazy in your body. So basically what it was a dip in my blood pressure, and when I was having these dips, it would cause a very fast heart and like the dizzy spells. So that was part of pregnancy that was more scary than anything. It was just like very, very worrying, and there was nothing that kind of stopped it. I mean, being sick was hard, but like that wasn't scary. That was kind of just like, oh no, I feel sick again. But yeah, that lasted for about a month, and over the past sort of 3 weeks I haven't experienced it again, thank God, because yeah, that was not a fun time. Another strange symptom I had the second half of my second trimester was I had really swollen, sensitive bleeding gums. So most nights when I was brushing my teeth, I would end up with a mouthful of blood. Sorry guys, that's not a nice thought. But yeah, that was a strange one, but again, didn't last long. That probably lasted for about 2 weeks, from about week 23 to 25. So something else that happened was my cravings that I had. I haven't really had too many cravings in my pregnancy, apart from I've just craved like cold drinks, ice lollies. That's kind of like all I've craved, and like very fresh things like salads and fruits and stuff like that. Oh, I've got a funny craving to tell you about in a moment, but in my second trimester I found my cravings kind of were replaced with extreme hunger. Mainly in kind of the past month. Like I said, the first bit of my second trimester, it wasn't like I woke up in my second trimester and I was like, I'm starving, because my sickness lasted until about week 20. But over the past month, so like end of second trimester going into third, oh my goodness, I'm so hungry. If I go like a few hours without food, like yesterday we had a midwife appointment and I had my breakfast, and then I hadn't eaten from like 10 till 2, and oh my god, I was literally like, Jamie, I am gonna cry. Like, I am so hungry. I feel emotional about it. And we went into Tesco and got a meal deal, and oh my goodness, I've never been so happy with a meal deal in my life. I was in the car like, so nice. Funny craving I was gonna tell you about. It's funny because I remember when I first found out I was pregnant, I asked you guys what your like craziest craving were, and so many of you said you wanted to bite a sponge and like you loved sponges, and I was like, that's actually, I can't imagine ever wanting to bite a sponge. Guys, I've actually got an obsession with scrub daddies. I'm not alright. When they're in the sink, I have to dump them and just squeeze them. I was at the sink the other day just squeezing scrub daddies. What is wrong with me? And it was just like, oh, I just crave touching sponges. And like, I did crave biting one the other day, but I did bite it and I was a bit like, no, this just isn't a hit in the spot. I was at the sink just biting a sponge. Jamie was kind of stood there like, you all right? But it's the squeezing of them. I just love squeezing a sponge. So that's a really strange craving, but I've heard wanting to bite and touch sponges is very common. So also guys, sorry if the light keeps going really bright and then really dark. I have got my ring lights and stuff set up, but I'm in my new office and It's so lovely and bright in here, but I keep noticing on the viewfinder that it keeps going like really bright and then really dark. So sorry if that's like kind of distracting. Okay, a few more current symptoms. So we're talking like from week 24 to now, even though I am technically in my 3rd trimester, but like very end of 2nd trimester symptoms. So number 1 is my back pain. Oh my goodness, I've never experienced back pain like it before. It's just like, you just feel so uncomfortable. I think as your bump gets bigger, it's obviously more weight and just, it does really hurt. But like I said, wearing a maternity vest or maternity bras all day have really been helping. And also something else that has been an absolute godsend is my pregnancy pillow. I will link that down below because, oh my goodness, that's been amazing. Just to like be able to be comfortable at night was just such a luxury, because I've been so uncomfy in bed, but like my pregnancy pillow is so nice, even to just like prop you up on the sofa. Yeah, so that has really helped. Also, something else that helps as well is Jamie pushing on the bottom of my back. So if I lay on my side, I sometimes get him just to push his palms so hard into the bottom of my back, and it kind of just like pops me back into place, but it really helped. Also had quite a lot of hip pain and side pains as well, but like that's totally normal. You're growing a baby, and they're not really anything that I can't live with. Do you know what I mean? It's just a little bit uncomfortable. Something else that's been happening a lot over the past few weeks is cramp. Oh my god, I've never ever experienced cramp quite like this. And you sound like a bit of a baby when you're like, oh, I've got cramp. No, this cramp is next level cramp. So it mainly happens in my fingers when I'm gripping things. So sometimes I'll be gripping something and I'll just be stuck like this, like with cramp. It happens in my feet a lot at night and in my calves. But it's this cramp that I'm so scared of like stretching, because I'll stretch my legs or like stretch my feet out and they just get stuck like this, and I'm like, it happened the other night and Jamie had just fallen asleep and I was laid there like, I really don't want to wake Jamie up, but I need to stand up and like try and stretch this cramp out. The only thing that helps is literally just standing up and like really slowly wiggling your feet. I had cramp for like 25 minutes the other day. I thought my foot was going to drop off. More new symptoms. Brain fog is real. Baby brain is a real thing, and like I'm mixing my words up a lot. Like for example, if I say linen curtains, I say clinen lertens. Like the first letter of each word I keep moving around, which is bizarre. I'm just talking utter crap at the moment. Like words are just coming out. And brain fog, I'll be literally in the middle of like writing something and my brain will just stop, or like I just physically can't think a lot of the time. And then the last one, which has happened over the past like 2 weeks, which has been really weird, my nipples have been leaking. Which, I don't know if this is too much information, but I was doing something the other day and I could feel like something dripping down my tummy, and I was like, oh, I think it's milk. So I've had to get some nipple pads. So yeah, that's been a real strange one, but at least they're working. I also have as well some questions from you guys. I asked you to ask me any like pregnancy, 2nd trimester related questions on Instagram. So I'm gonna choose a few of those at random because there are a lot. So let's have a look. First, well, there was a lot of this question. Have you decided on a name, and can you tell us some names you love but aren't using? So we've definitely decided on baby's first name, and we think baby's middle name. It's a name that we've both loved for ages and it just feels right. Like when we call the baby this name, it feels right. And this certain name as well just reminds me of like, oh, it makes me think of just a good person. I feel like good people have this name, and like really kind gentleman. I love thinking about him as a person. I'm like, You're gonna be so cute. Names that I really love but we won't be using. I've got quite a few. Number one, Teddy, but obviously our darling cat is called Teddy. We did toy with the idea of changing Teddy the cat's name and calling our baby Teddy, but that would just be like, Teddy is Teddy. We can't do that, like that would be mean. So I do love that name for a little boy. I think it's really cute, like shortened to Ted. Like again, it just reminds me of like a nice person, like a nice kind gentleman. I also love as well Bobby. I think that's a cute name. I love Freddie and Sonny, I think is cute. So there's some of my favourite boy names. Next question, have you gained weight in your second trimester? So I don't think so. Obviously like my weight has gone up because I've got a lot of extra weight in my belly, like with like extra fluids, the placenta, the baby, all of those kind of things. But in terms of weight gain, like I don't really feel like I look any different. I just feel like everything is a little bit puffier, and yeah, I don't really feel like I've gained weight, like really, apart from on my belly. Like my body is changing, like my boobs have got bigger, my belly's getting bigger, but apart from that I don't feel like I've really gained much weight. And I think I haven't really been eating like loads. I haven't really had any like crazy cravings. Like I haven't really been craving like loads of chocolate or takeaways and stuff. I've kind of been eating the meals that I was eating pre-pregnancy, especially, well, over the past, I'd probably say month, I've got my appetite back and I have been eating more, but I've been really trying to be healthy, mainly because number one, obviously I want to give baby like the healthiest things, but healthy food really affects the way I feel. Like if I eat takeaway, I wake up the next morning and I feel groggy and tired and just like, ugh. Whereas if I have like a healthy dinner, I feel energized and I feel good. So that's mainly the reason that I'm really trying to just eat very like nutritious foods. But yeah, no, I don't think I look really any different. But we shall see, guys. We shall see how much I expand during my third trimester and my extreme hunger spells. How long will you take off social media to enjoy your son's newborn moments? So, I am planning on taking some time off in May, June and July, definitely. That doesn't mean I'm gonna disappear. Like, I'm not gonna just be like, see ya. I will still be like uploading the odd video. I'll still like be active on Instagram stories and stuff, but I am going to be taking that time very slow because I'm very, very conscious that the newborn, it's so exciting. Why every time I say newborn or baby do I actually feel my eyes watering up? But yeah, that whole your baby, I'm scared of missing anything and I'm scared of not being present. So like that is my priority when he's born, to just like really take in every single little moment. And yeah, I know you guys will understand that I'll be taking a little bit of time off after giving birth anyway, just to kind of like recover and just soak up all of the newbornness. But yeah, like I said, not going to be disappearing, but I will be taking a little bit of a step back after baby's born to look after him and just to enjoy those moments. Have you packed your hospital bag yet, and will you be filming it? So, haven't packed it yet. I really need to make like a really detailed list for my hospital bag. That's one thing I haven't done. And I think I've been putting it off a little bit because it overwhelms me sometimes at the amount of things that I'm gonna need. But my plan is to do that this weekend. And yes, of course, I'll film it. If that's something you guys wanna see, I will film packing my hospital bag and let you know everything that I'm taking. There's also quite a lot of questions about birth plans as well. So we haven't got a set in stone birth plan just yet. Obviously it's not going to be set in stone because things can change last minute, but our birth preferences, my midwife likes to call it. So we have in our heads what we'd really like. I did speak to you guys about having a home birth. That was something I really wanted to have, but the more research I've done into having a home birth and the more people we've kind of spoken to about it, we've decided to go to a birthing unit at our local hospital. I just feel like I would feel more comfortable being in hospital. Much as I would love to give birth to our baby in our house, like that would be so special, there's a part of me that's like, okay, where would you feel more comfortable? And I just think in a hospital I would feel more comfortable. So yeah, we are planning on going to our local birthing centre, and I would really like to have a water birth. I'm excited. A lot of questions as well, you guys saying, was I nervous? Obviously a part of me is nervous to give birth. It's something I've never done before, and it's quite a scary thought. But I'm more excited than nervous. I'm more excited to meet our son, and I'm prepared to do anything to meet him. I feel like I'm gonna cry. But yeah, no, I'm way more excited than nervous, and it's just one of those things, you know, he's got to come out, so it's got to be done. Oh my god. Oh. Okay, moving swiftly on to the next question, which isn't gonna make me cry. Do you have any stretch marks, and are you worried about getting them? So currently I don't have any stretch marks. I've been on it with the oils and moisturizers like every single day. I'm not really bothered about getting stretch marks. Obviously I would like to prevent them, but if I get them, like, the most important thing to me is our baby. And if I get stretch marks from growing our baby, then like it just doesn't bother me at all. Okay, next question. Are you having a 4D scan? I actually booked one yesterday. For the end of this month. You're meant to go, I think, before 33 weeks. So end of this month I've booked one. And I can't wait. Some of them look so accurate to like how the baby looks when they're born. So yeah, I'm well excited to see what he looks like. I can't wait. Is he gonna look like me, Jamie? Like, it's just, I can't wait. So yes, we have booked a 4D scan. Obviously I will share that with you guys. I'm thinking of vlogging it, so if that's something you'd like to see in a little vlog, just let me know, because it would be really cool to take you guys with us for that. Are you planning on breastfeeding or bottle feeding? So my plan with this is I feel like I still need to do like a lot of research into both. But ideally I would like to breastfeed, but I would also like to bottle feed as well, because I'd like baby to get used to having a bottle. I don't really want to have to like make it into a big transition to go from breast to bottle. So I'd like to do both from birth. But yeah, I feel like that's something that I'm not really very educated about right now, and I need to do a lot of research. So my loves, that is going to go ahead and end today's video. I think I've updated you guys on everything that I needed to. If not, I will catch up with you, of course, in Wednesday's vlog. Super excited vlog on Wednesday. We have got loads of nursery updates to show you. His nursery is pretty much finished now, so yeah, really excited to show you that. We've got some really exciting videos coming over the next few weeks. I'm going to be filming my pregnancy morning routine. I also have we're going to be doing like a nursery tour, and like a really detailed nursery tour, and all of nursery organisation bits and bobs. Of course, lots of vlogs, and anything else you would like to see, please just let me know down below. Don't forget to subscribe if you aren't already, and thank you so much for watching. As always, I am so incredibly grateful to be on this amazing journey with you guys, and it's really nice to be able to just chat to you all about it. Like, you've all helped me so much through this pregnancy. Just being able to like have such a community of people online, it's just really helped me, so thank you guys. And I shall see you all on Wednesday. I hope you're all having a lovely weekend, and I love you all so much. Bye bye.